Well people, it's another day, which means another rally, and in this video I'll be showing you one of the projects in the to-do list queue. This rally, I believe it's a superb dawn tourist perhaps. I know some of you have said, and including Velocipedium has commented. And when I had my first green roadster many moons ago when I was a teenager, which also came from eBay when eBay was better, that was sold as a superb, or was it a dawn tourist or something like that. Anyway, I don't have a catalogue to reference these things with, so it's just I'm going off what more knowledgeable folk tell me and catalogues I see on the internet. And the reason I bought this, again as I said, another eBay find, well, it was £40, and these old bikes really go for nothing at all now, next to no money, especially when you consider the quality of them and the engineering expertise that went into them, as well as the eminent usability today, as they were always were usable. It's not a lot of money at all, and I saw this in the listing and it was so original and largely complete, although I've added a few things. I've found like the pump and the bell and also a rear reflector. I just could not resist it. So this is my, is it my third? I've got 3 4-speeds now, and you might wonder, well, why, there's Lady Blackbird, why so many 4-speeds? Well, I shouldn't have to tell you that one's not enough, and you need a bike, well, more or less for every day of the week. Although they're essentially the same bikes, you can mildly customize them to your own liking and requirements. And also, over the years, Raleigh altered the specifications slightly, like the decals on the frame and gear trigger shifters, etc. So it's nice to build up a collection of the different bikes. So let's go and have a look. Now I'll start off by saying what I've done with it, because when you get something new, the temptation is to do the easy jobs first and make it look pretty, which is what I tend to do before going in with a full overhaul. So it came to me without a bell. This is one I picked up from Bewley. That, if you've seen my Bewley haul video, then that was in the lot of stuff I found there, and I was over the moon to find it because of that. A genuine Raleigh Industries bell. Same again for the pump, although it's a black one, and I believe originally these were colour coded to match the paintwork, so I think it would have been green for this model, but it's got Sir Walter himself, and the RI crest, the insignia there, and you just have to snap these things up when they become available, if they're reasonably priced. So it would be nice to have a green one, but beggars can't be choosers, and who knows, there might be a black 3-speed comes along at some point where I can transfer it over. The rear reflector, that is a brilliant example, an eBay find. I will turn the bike round so you can see that properly, but it is branded Raleigh Industries and it's a Lucas. This is one I've put on. I've replaced the remains of the original, which it was just the remains of the rubber reflector body. There was no reflector in the original, it was just a lump of perished rubber, so this is what was earmarked for this. Got the mudguard logo there, the heron. One of the many types of rear light fitted. Now, years ago, when I saw these rear lights on bikes, I always thought, even ones with the lenses intact, I always thought that these lights had come off a BSA, and that it had had a lens change over the years, and the B was missing, because it does look to be an incomplete script, and it's not dissimilar to the 60s BSA lettering. So I was always under the impression that these were BSA bike lights. It turns out that they're not. The SA, of course, stands for Sturmey Archer, and it took me a long time to realise that. Sadly missing the lens, but I am keeping my eyes peeled for a replacement. I don't know if there was another type of style of this light. I'm sure I read it somewhere that there were two designs and they differ slightly. They look the same, but they are actually different. I don't know, maybe one of you can substantiate that. The tyres are brilliant, original Dunlop Tourists, white walls, so I will be trying white walls on it, see if I like them. That's harking back to my earlier comment of every bike, even though they're all 4 speeds and I've got 3 of them, each one is slightly different. You'll have seen my other ones, including this one on the canal ride. Again, slightly different to this one. So where was I? Yeah, the tyres are there. It's got the original Woods valve tubes with all the valve assembly intact there, including the very hard to find dust caps, stainless Raleigh rims, and if you've been following my channel you will know I'm a great advocate of the stainless rims. Same with the front wheel. It must have looked quite stunning at one time when these tyres were nice and fresh. Unfortunately they're beyond redemption now, due to age-related perishing. It is, apart from the things I've just fitted to it, just for, well, just because, well, why not? It does need a good clean up and going through, because it is there with its storage dust, etc. It does have the mud flap. green mud flap, again quite uncommon to find complete now. They're usually torn off, so that was another reason for bidding on it. And whoever had this bike originally, or one of the owners certainly, has gone to a great deal of trouble laying it up and preparing it for its layup. So they've put it into storage and they've painted this preservative stuff on it, whatever that might be. At a guess, it was Plus Gas Formula B, which was a rust inhibitor, a protective coating, and all this will come off quite easily to reveal lovely shiny chrome underneath. So somebody has been very careful and very forward thinking there. When they were putting this bike into storage, they've done it properly, so it will clean up beautifully. The other thing is, it must have been stored somewhere dark like a shed, because it doesn't seem to have suffered any sun damage or weather damage really, or certainly none to speak of. I mean, the headlight being a damn sign of a giveaway, so they're always usually yellowed and turned completely opaque, whereas this one is as clear as crystal for one of these. Head badge is in great condition. And one thing I do look for on these bikes is the condition of the fittings. Are they all complete, first of all? All the screws and nuts and bolts, etc., are they all there? And secondly, are they as they left the factory, or are they in good condition? I.e., somebody's not gone in with a blunt screwdriver or a screwdriver the wrong size and knackered the screw heads up. No key for the lock, unfortunately, but I am hopeful to find one that fits eventually. Does seem to be a slightly different shade of green to my others, which makes me suspect that it has been stored in a dark shed somewhere, away from the effects of the sun. There has been some corrosion, however, mainly down here. I don't know what's gone on there with the brake stirrups, but that's suffered some major chrome loss, as has this crank here, so they will need renewal. I should be able to find some better examples of these without too much difficulty. It's got these amazing Raleigh branded pedals, which I have no doubt are the originals, and also the Raleigh Industries stand, this being alloy, should clean up more or less like new. It's got the Kingfisher of Leeds oiler there, which is in good order. In fact, it looks like brass to me. Some of my others are steel, because the cap has gone slightly rusty, but that looks like brass. It's got all the old brake shoes, the brake blocks there. 4-speed hub with flip top oiler, so that makes servicing the hub, getting the oil can in so much easier than the other designs of these. and it has the all-important rear slides for the chain case, which are too often missing. Dyno hub, which does work. Oh yeah, that takes me to the battery tube, which on this is a filter switch unit. The dyno lux, which was supposed to give automatic switching of the lights when you came to a standstill, instead of the rider having to manually switch over from dyno hub to battery power. The idea being there was some sort of circuitry in the top there underneath this rubber cap. Again, highly prized because first of all it's still there, and secondly it's in very good order. And it also has the clip at the bottom for the batteries, and it's not all rotten or rusted away. The Brooks saddle, I'm looking forward to trying this one out because it's got 3 springs and it does seem to be very, very comfortable and quite flexible, which will give an interesting bouncy ride. I'll just see if I can find the date on this hub, if you just bear with me, because I forget what it is. Right, there we go. Ah, it's a 1955. I'll just have a look at my other one because that's got a plastic oiler. Again, just bear with me. Try and find the date. Oh, well, what do you know? That's 55 as well. Let's do that without damaging the strawberries. So there you go, they're both stamped with the same date, they've got the same frame transfers, etc. But this one has the metal flip-top oiler, which is interesting. So it's all part of the interest of these bikes. They're all slightly different in one way or another. So I'll be returning this to the road, looking forward to riding it, but it is very much on the to-do list. There are other things at the moment which are taking priority, including first of all the 1935 Raleigh. Well, I believe it's 35. It's certainly very, very old, and the oldest one I've got. So there you have it. More to come in due course.